Okay, you guys hear me okay? I think we're finally live here. Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're good. See if anybody's on. I think Doc Watson was waiting for me and he gave up. Hopefully you're still there. Let's see, anybody else on tonight now that we're finally going? Man, this live stream is going to drive me to drink. Yeah, how you doing, Doc? Oh, man. Yeah, so tonight, thought I'd jump on. We'll do a little Q&A, talk about things, whatever you guys want to talk about. There's no rhyme or reason here to what I've got going on. But while I'm waiting, hey, Old Tech, how are you? Again, you're getting some cold weather up there, and you're up in, I think, Reno, right? Right in that area, or around the other side of the border, like Colville, somewhere in there. It was a cold closer for the Eastern Sierra, from what I heard. I had a friend that went up there, Andrew, and it was very cold on Saturday morning. Really cold. But yeah. For some of you guys that are just coming in, we're going to be doing a subscriber meetup in January at Yucaipa Regional Park. Hey, Donnie. And just, I'm going to pull this up so you guys can see. Let me share the screen. So this, let's see, add to scene. There we go. That right there is Yucaipa Regional Park. And it's got 3 lakes to fish. You've got the bottom, middle, and top. It's where I grew up fishing. Great campgrounds, actually. And we're going to be over here on this back side. I've reserved this group site right here. And that's an older picture, but it's been redone. It's close to the bathrooms. There's showers if you need showers, water and all that. A big area if you want to throw frisbees or play with the dog. We've got a big fire pit. I don't know if I can come in here, but there's a big fire pit right here. And our tents are all in the, will be all in this area. Oh, is it not showing? Hopefully. Oh, man. I'm learning a whole new thing, guys. Sorry. I'm using a new streaming platform. It's called EVMux. I probably just murdered the name of it, but yeah, let me back out here and show you guys. This is Yucaipa Regional Park, 3 lakes. The bottom, middle, top, they stock all 3 lakes. It'll be trout season when we have this going on. Beautiful lake though, and see if I can do 3D. You see there's Crafton Hills right behind here. And thank you for that, Doc. I appreciate letting me know. But we're going to be over here in this group site area. And right in here, this one right here, you can park here. You can park along here. You got bathrooms right here. There's showers. And we've got this really big fire pit. It's one of the better fire pits over there. And then all the tents have to be in this area here. It's got like a cement curb that goes around. Don't know if they've got a view of it. Nope. No view. Nope. But yeah, you can walk down to the lakes. This one's a little bit hard to get down to. It's a pretty steep walk down. Let's see if 3D doesn't give it justice, but yeah, you have to walk down. This one's ADA compliant. You've got like a walkway going around and like 3 or 4 different docks that, or 5 now. Looks like they got 6 docks that are handicap accessible. Should be good trout fishing by then. Hey, Dave. He's got a question for me. Let's come back here. So what's Dave got going on here? I'm the man. No, you are, Dave. Your question, what's my take on the new Z-Pex Pivot Solo? Wow. So I haven't saw too much of it. It sort of looks like similar to like an offset design, like a X-Dome, X-Mid, stuff like that. But yeah, it doesn't interest me at all. I'm set on tents, as you know. Thank you, Six Moon Designs for that. But if I was to get a tent, it is that new tarp tent. That one for a 4-season tent is a bomber. See if I can pull it up and show you guys. This tent is a great tent. Tarp tent makes really good products. Let's see. I can find it here. I'm not seeing it on here. Did they take it off? Tarp tent? Yeah, I'm not seeing it on the tarp, the Archome. There it is. Here, let me share this for you. Learned, like I said, a whole new system here for me, but the new tent is called the, what is this, Archome 2 Ultra. And for a 4-season tent, this thing is just a bomber tent. And like I said, I'm good with tents otherwise. I've actually got a tent right over here I'm looking at from Featherstone that just got sent out. It's going to be included in a holiday gift guide coming out on Black Friday. But this thing, great tent. That ultra material is awesome. And my buddy Matt actually has one of their other tents made of the ultra material. Great 4-season tent in that thing. We were in not much wind, but like my winter solo was like flapping around a little bit, and his tent just did not move at all. I was really impressed. So let's see here. We got some other questions. So Doc Watson here is asking about the tree situation at Yucaipa Regional Park. There are trees, probably not the best for hammock camping though. I'm not gonna lie, I think they're a little further apart than you would want for actually hammock camping there. I guess if you got some longer straps, they might work, but maybe I can get over there. If you're interested, if you're coming out, Doc, I'll go over there and try to get some measurements and see how far away those tents are. Ow. Check your messages sometime. Asking when and where. It's in January. It is, if I can pull up my calendar, it is that second weekend in January, the 10th, 11th, and 12th at Yucaipa Regional Park. You and Jose better be there. Just saying. So let's see here. Mobile Tech. Need a pop-up automatic setup tent big enough to walk into. Coleman actually makes some decent ones like that. My buddy Andrew, he's got one he uses with his family and works great for them. Little pop-up Coleman tent, perfect for when you're car camping. And you can walk in there. Definitely a lot of room to stand up in. Let's see here. Oh, Al's saying Jose's into fishing now. That's great. I can, if he comes out, let him know. If anybody wants to try anything, Sierra Slammers out there, I've got plenty of Sierra Slammers I can hand out, have you guys try at the meetup. If there's anybody who's coming to the meetup and they want to use any of the 6-minute design stuff, check it out. Yeah, let me know. I'll bring it out. I got the Gatewood Cape. I've got the Lunar Duo. I've got the Haven Net set up. Skyscape Trekker. Some good stuff. Yeah. Doc, if you're ever out this way in California, let me know. We'll meet up. If anything, it'll be for a burger and beer. Hello, Monica. Doc, I know you're, I think, what, East Coast somewhere? Or yeah, come on now. If you ever want to get out this way, we could do some Tenkara fishing. There's some good spots down this way or up in the Sierra. Maybe this next summer would be a good time to do a Sierra meetup. That way Mobile Tech can come down. We got some guys from South that would like to come up. They get a group site up that way in Bishop or Mammoth and just have a good time camping up there and fishing some amazing fishing in the Eastern Sierra. I know this is probably going to be asked before too long, but bourbon of choice tonight. What's it at? It's a Wild Turkey single barrel. I needed to get a bottle to get to the Grand Reserve status at Total Wine, and the guy in the store, he just suggested it, so it's at a reasonable price, and I had like a $25 gift card to use there, so Yeah, single barrel, 101 proof, like I think most wild turkey is. But I'm gonna share this Instagram with you guys. Yeah, Mobile Tech. If you come out in the spring, maybe if you're down Silverwood Lake or something like that, would be a good place to fish. Let's see here. Got stop that. Let's bring up this other one. There is a guy I'm following on Instagram. If you are not following this guy, you need to. He's an amazing photographer. Let's see. How do I get this thing full screen? So this guy, he just hit 1 million followers. Isaac Spots. He does some amazing photography. And if you check it out, he's up there in Jackson Hole. He just took these pictures recently of this fox. And man, that picture right there, he caught this fox smiling. Such an amazing picture. One of the better photographers out there for nature photography. And man, he's living the dream up there. Jackson, amazing spot with the Tetons. He's got all sorts of pictures. And he's doing a giveaway too. So if you get a chance, you check him out. This is his Instagram right up here. And he's giving away this picture here. It's a, what is it, a 30 inch by 45 inch photo of these crows or ravens. Yeah. So get in there, tag 2 people, follow him. It'd be worth it. Let's just see some of his other stuff he's got in here. He's got like some sweet buffalo shots. He's got the iconic one there that everybody gets up in the Grand Tetons of that ranch. Yeah, check him out. Check him out. Let's see. Oh, let's see here. Hi, Junie. Oh, Menton, yeah, local, right around the corner. If you're ever into Yucaipa, we just got a great restaurant uptown. It's been open for like almost a year now. Rebels, it's a good burger and burger place. They've got some good drinks. They do like a smoky old fashioned in there. Really good spot. Doc, how'd you say you are? You are in East Coast, New Hampshire, and Maine. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I've been to New Hampshire once. Maine is on the list. I want to go to the national park up there, Arcadia. And you have some amazing brook trout fishing up there. I need to get out there. It's a beautiful spot for sure. And Doc is drinking something here. What has he got? A gumball. 50-50 of 99 banana and 99 grape. Tastes like a gumball. Okay. Right on. Yeah. I love it. Like, just in the past year, I've been turned on all the whiskey. Smoky old fashioned. That's my thing now when I go out for customers and everything and we have drinks. I just love to have the old fashions. And I got a kit for Christmas last year. I do my own smoking kit. Got to share with friends before. We did a whiskey tasting once, and that was a lot of fun. Got to make some smoky drinks there. A lot of fun. Let's see here. For some of you that are local, I was looking at some of the fish stocking. Let's see if I can pull this up. Let's see. Pull it. If you get a chance, if you're local, this website is great to go through and just figure out like where the trout stocking is local. You just come in here. It's off the DFG website. You can come in here. We live down here in the inland desert region. Oh, doesn't want to pull it up, huh? So we don't want that one. We want inland desert. And that's the 5 counties that it shows up in. You just hit search. And we're going to do it the most recent one. So you can see like Skinner Lake just got stocked, or getting stocked next week. This week it looks like we got Yucaipa Lake, Sakome Bay, if you want, go to Succombe, but that lake right there, I would never go to again. Had a that one there, Succombe, I was fishing at once with my buddy Andrew years ago, and it's by downtown San Bernardino. If you know that area, it's not a good area. Saw two transients get into a fist fight over there in regards to a shopping cart. Yeah, they were fighting over a shopping cart there. There's been stabbings there, shootings there, so not a good place. But they stock it. Prado Lake, it looks like all the San Bernardino County lakes are getting stocked, which is great. So as you can see right here, Yucaipa has been stocked. And yeah, if Yucaipa's been stocked, it's going to get stocked a lot more before our meetup. It's going to be good fishing. So let's see here. Let's move that. As Doc says, the East Coast, many of them refer to stockers as rubber trout or put and take trout. Yeah, the California has so many people here fishing, and after COVID, it just took off. It blew up. And was there like 20 million people in Southern California? So they have to stock it a lot of these areas. There's just a lot of areas that have these stock trout, but there's streams like Lytle Creek, you've got Santa Ana River, you've got the Azusa River, East Fork and the West Fork all have wild trout. And then a little bit further up north, that's when you get into the Bishop area, Eastern Sierra, Western Sierra, and all those streams are full of trout. One of the areas that we really like going up to, just you go back into the backcountry just a little bit, hiking a mile from the road, and usually that gets rid of a lot of people, and those wild trout are there. I'm just in our local mountains. Bear Creek is another one. I don't know if you can get to Bear Creek right now, just after the roads and everything from the hurricane last year. Then we had a fire up there, so I know they've limited access down there to Bear Creek, and I know a lot of it burnt, which sucks. Yeah. Let's see, who else we got in here? Anybody else? Any other questions here? Sip again. One other thing I thought would be fun to show you guys is some gear of companies that have sent to me, or tried to send to me, that I just declined. Well, Tech took off. We'll see you later. So let's see if I can share this one. If you guys can see it. There, transition over. So I just threw these into labels today. These are just companies. A lot of these are Chinese companies that just send out emails to a ton of people on YouTube, and they try to get you to review their products for free. This one here, Ice Fox, has like a GoPro style action camera. I looked at it. It's junk. It was bad. It's like a $39.99 GoPro knockoff that had like a 2-star review on Amazon. What else is on here? Somehow a charger for DJI mini drones. It was funny, last year I got a collaboration request for, it was kids toys for like a sandbox, and they talked about how my YouTube would be great for that. This one here is a phone stand, and most of these want you to just do, they give you the product and want you to do a review for free, which I'm not into anymore. My time is too valuable for that. EDC flashlight. Which one's here? This is a motion sensor light with, or headlamp. Let's see. Will that pull up? Nope. That doesn't want to pull up because I'm sharing a tab. Let's see here. This one, a razor. Actually, man, I didn't see this one. I missed it. Guess I would work with my bald head. I've actually looked at something like that, but Oleap. What's this one? Some noise cancellation stuff. like I said earlier, Chinese junk, a lot of it. A soldering device, it looks like. Yeah. Third-hand soldering kit. Yeah. Let's see here. Perfume. I've been using some perfume. What else is on here? Camping chair. Let's see. Like any of the other camping chairs. This one folds up in the bottom here. I think we'll apply to that one. Let's see here. Here's how they bring it out. I'm reaching out to you because I'm truly impressed by your expertise in engaging content. This one here is exercise and play. It's like guns, kids' guns, like Nerf guns. Yeah. Let's see here. Reading through the comments. So you're talking about the fishing there. They changed the feed for the stocker so they have the pink meat that the natives have. So a lot of the fish here do the same, especially like from some of the fisheries up north, like I think it's the Idaho fish hatchery. There's one from Nebraska. They call them the tailwalkers. Mount Lassen, a lot of them, it's the shrimp they feed them that give them the pink meat. So yeah, a lot of those companies, they talk about the pink meat that their fish have, and they aren't just feeding them pellets. It's like compressed shrimp instead of just the regular trout pellets, and that's what gives these trout the pink meat. Oh, let's see here. Monica says it looks like a massager razor combo. Let's see. Is she right? Let's see. Let me bring that back up. You know what? I don't know. You got a 4-in-1 lady shaver. This one here, that sort of does look like a. Got the nose hair trimmer. I have no idea what that is up there. Yeah, I turned that one down. So as I was showing earlier, some of you just coming in, let me bring back the Hyper Original Park map here. Hopefully some of you are going to be able to make it. If you don't make it out for the day, make it out, or say if you don't make it out for the weekend, you make it out for the day. Whiskey's getting to me already. Let's highlight this one. So as you can see right here, there's somebody, I've got to let them know, they asked about RV sites. RV sites are on this side of the park. They do not have any over on this side. This is all group camping and tent only. So if you do come with an RV, you'd be over here somewhere, have your own private site. Yeah, still come over and hang out with us. If anything, one of us could always drive you back. If you didn't bring an extra vehicle, we can bring you back through. And like I said earlier, we've got this site here. There's like 4 different grills. You got a big fire pit, big area to play in. You can throw frisbees, boomerangs, whatever you want to do. Plenty of sorts of games. And then right up here, let's see if I can bring it up. This is a trailhead that I do that's local. And this one here comes up and around through and brings you up to the ridgeline of Crafton Hills. And then you can take this little trail up to what's called Zanja Peak. And Zanja Peak has some pretty cool views. Got the flag up there. I think now there's actually a solar light that lights that up. But beautiful views up there. And this time of year when we're doing this, hills might start looking like this again. Might be looking green. But there's plenty of trails to do up there if you want to do that. And that trail comes back down through, let's see, I'll zoom in, and comes down through, it's called the dump trail, and brings you back through this little canyon here and above the old dump. If you want to, you could do a loop out of it. You could come down right through here, and then you just take this road, which follows a dump, but also brings you along these soccer fields and then back to camp. You could do a big loop out of it. The nearest airport would be Ontario or Palm Springs. We're right in the middle of either one. And Doc, if you come, let me know. You know, some of the, I think you follow Dave. I think Dave might be out for this one. Dave Off Grid. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's a cool spot though. Yeah, if we can. I know you like to Takara fish. If you're coming out, we'll get you on. Maybe go up to one of the streams up here and fish as well. But we got for 2 nights. We got for Friday and Saturday night. And I said earlier, bathrooms. They've got showers over here. We got some water tanks. There's like a water spigot like right in here. It's a beautiful site. And if you're coming in, Monica just said she's right. San Bernardino Airport is back in service. It doesn't have as many flights as Ontario, but yeah, that is the closer airport. But thanks, Monica. I forgot all about that. And then for anybody coming in, if you need food, anything like that, you want to do shopping in town, right here close by is a Stater Brothers Market. You can get all your food you want. If you want a barbecue, maybe you just want to pick up regular food, you just come down here in the town. You got the McDonald's, there's Starbucks, there's tons of food places up here. Down at the bottom of the boulevard, where everybody likes to go. You got a In-N-Out, a Chick-fil-A, a Five Guys, a Hawaiian Ono, there's a Taco Bell over here, Chipotle. That's all within 5 minutes of Yucaipa Regional Park. So you're asking for airports. There's Ontario International Airport, Palm Springs Airport, and then San Bernardino. Those are the big three. San Bernardino, I think, is Spirit, and one other airline flies out of there. Might be Frontier. Let's go back out. And then I think I was just saying about the streams right up here. We've got Mill Creek, which used to have trout in it. I've heard there's trout again from a friend. She had some kids that were up here playing over the summer in this area, and she saw what she thought was trout. Trout have not been stocked in here in 20 years, so they're probably really wild. But right up here, there's a creek, and that is Mountain Home Creek. You can fish that with Tenkara. I've never done it, but I know there's fish in there. And then you've got the Santa Ana River, which right here by Seven Oaks. And yeah, right there's the Santa Ana River. And this is not updated because last year this got really changed from the hurricane we had. It's all flooded out. I think you can see how bad the flood damage is, and it just wiped out the bridge. So this is April of 2024, and it's just barren along the creek now. But there's still fish in there. They're still stocking it. Let's see here. We'll give it a little bit longer. We're at 33 minutes so far. It's been fun chatting with everybody here. And anybody got any backpacking plans for next year or any place they're going? It's about that time for coming up in January where you're going to want to start doing Eastern Sierra permits, because those are 6 months out. So actually November and December. So let's see, what is 6 months from today? Gotta use Google for this one. May. So May 20th is where they're doing permits for right now, which in the Sierra, most of the backcountry stuff is still going to be under snow at that time, but yeah, you can still get out there. You can do some permits there. Southern Sierra, that you don't need those are self-issued permits. Like Kennedy Meadows, beautiful area. So yeah, let's see. We'll give people a few more minutes here before we call it a night. But it's been fun chatting with everybody. Next thing, we go for an hour. We go till 7. Yeah, we got a few more people coming through. We'll see. Looks like we got 9 viewers on right now. Right on. Turo, yeah. Oh, he's got a trip made to Crabtree Lakes with a few cousins. That's a cool spot, Crabtree Lakes. There's some good trout fishing back there. Brooks and I think Crabtree's. What is it? There's one right by Crabtree Lakes. Let me find it. I know it has some big goldens over there. You shoot me a message, Arturo, and I could. There's a guide actually that helps with a lot of Eastern Sierra lakes. It's a backcountry fishing guide that tells all about some of the lakes back there and what they have. But yeah, Crabtree Lake is the one I'm thinking of. There's one above it. That's a hard lake to get to. Yeah, let's see. Let's see here. Old Forester 100. Yeah. Arturo, there's a lake right here. I'm going to share this. So yeah, that's a hard one to get into, the Crabtree Lakes. I don't know if this is considered upper or not, but I've heard there are big goldens up here. That is up there by Crabtree Pass, yeah. So I fished over here at Guitar Lake. One of the lakes I've always wanted to fish is Hitchcock Lakes. But yeah, that one right there. That'd be a fun area. I don't know, Arturo, are you doing through, was it New Army Pass and coming through the Rock Creek area and over? That'd be fun. That is a beautiful area. Look at all these lakes up here in the Eastern Sierra. They're just full of trout. Man. There's one up here. Not that one. That's actually, I think, the highest lake in the Eastern Sierra. Might be this one. Can't remember the name of it, but there's one right in this area that, yeah, I think it might be this one, but there's a guy that I follow on YouTube, Hike and Fish, or Fike and Hish, I think is his name of his channel. He changes the F and the H from Hike and Fish, and he's got that one where he catches big golden trout. Doesn't say where, but he starts off going up through Mount Whitney. He goes over the Bighorn Plateau and everything. And it's one of these lakes right in here. If it's not that one over there, it's one of these. It's not Lake Misery. I don't think it's this one, but it might be in the Williamson Bowl. But man, there are some big trout in there. Okay, you're saying 1 mile one way hiking out Conwood Trailhead. Yeah. That is a beautiful trail. I've only been up to the Cottonwood Lakes. If you ever get a chance, then you go to Cottonwood Lakes. Let's go over to Cottonwood. There's Langley. There's number 5, number 4, number 3. We camped right here. Monica, David, and Hector and I camped right in this area. And I was catching goldens right here. We hiked up here, and back here by the rock field, there are some big golden trout. So we saw some big ones. I know Monica had one that was following her lure that was probably close to like 3-4 pounds right in here. I think that's the one that followed it like right up to almost the edge of the lake there. And man, I've heard there's possibly some up here in Cottonwood Lake number 6. Never been up there. Muir Lake has no fish, if I remember right. And same for this. And Hidden Lake have no fish. They're too shallow. Another good hike out of there. You come over this way by the Cottonwood Lakes trailhead, and you come down here, and there's a bunch of creeks in here. They have wild golden trout. There's 3 different strains. There's the Volcano Creek one, the Little Kern River, and one other, and they're just hidden in these little creeks throughout. It's a beautiful area. Look at that. There's an old, if you look at it, there's an old airport strip here that people used to fly in the 60s. They'd fly in their or in the planes, and then just fish right in here along the South Fork of the Kern River. It's pretty cool. let's come back out. And Monica mentioned the Palm Springs Airport, so check into that one, Doc. That might be a little bit cheaper. Do any float tubing for fish? I do. I haven't done it much lately. We've got 2 float tubes, a Fish Cat. Was it the Fish Cat Deluxe and the Fish Cat 4, I think, or the Super Fat Cat Fish Cat. And they're probably both in need for an upgrade. One's probably going on 15 years. The other one's probably maybe about that same age, about 15 years old. So some of the stuff is ripping just from sitting out in exposure. But yeah, I love to do float tube fishing, and see if I can pull this up. This is many moons ago. I know I've got it on Facebook. I just got to find it before I share it here. It's an old fishing photo from, I want to say 2001. This is going to be young Huck here. You guys are going to... This is 2002. I was 22. Let's see. Pull this up. There you go. It's 22. I don't got that float tube anymore, but that fish was 14 pounds, I think. Yeah. That was over at Corona Lake, which does not have any fish anymore. My buddy Brian, who owns Lip Rippers, we were out there fishing that day. Had some good times there at Corona Lake, and there it is, 14.5 pounds. Big fish. And yeah, float tubed up in Silverwood Lake for bass back in the day. These are just really old photos. Used to do Santa River Lakes. A lot of good fishing though back in the day. This area when people didn't used to fish as much, and they stocked more. They stocked a lot more. Used to fish the Sierras a lot. I would go up to like the Mammoth Lakes area. We'd fish Mamie, Twin Lakes right up there off the float tubes. Lots of fun. Used, what were the waders I had? They're the breathable ones, but those are getting a little bit older. Now I think I got some frog togs I found that were a decent price. But I need to get back out and do some float tubing. I did promise Monica I would get her out there, and haven't done it yet, so need to get her some waders and then get her out there on a float tube. Get you. Monica had a good one there. Get used, but that's because they're too smart to take what you're casting. Yes. That's how they get to be old. They're too smart. There's some good lakes up there in the Eastern Sierra too, like Bridgeport. People float tube that, but they're so big and it gets windy and you get blown around on the lakes a lot. Sabrina in the Eastern Sierra. I float tubed on that before and got blown about halfway out to the middle of the lake, and then had to go into the shore and just kick along the shore, which took like 2 to 3 hours to get back to the marina. That was not fun kicking in the wind. And then blown around on Silverwood back in the day quite a bit, where I got blown from one canyon to the other. I was in Cleghorn and got blown all the way into Miller Canyon. So, see here. Now we're talking about fishing. I could talk fishing all day. Most of the trout I catch are wild native brookies in the mountain streams. So most are under 6 inches. So Doc, if you ever get a chance, you need to head out to the Wind River Range. Wind River Range has amazing fishing, big fish, all wild. We're up there, I want to say that was 2021? Yeah, 21. We're up there, and we were back at, I have to pull up this name of the lake. I think it was Island Lake. And they had some big trout in there. Island Lake, Wyoming. Let's see. Yes. Let me pull this up. for you there. I'm going to show you the... Is that it? Yeah. Let's see, add the scene. Position. So this lake here, it's about 10 miles in up there, and it's by what's called the Titcomb Basin. But we camped here at Aler Lake, and we actually walked over through here. We were in this area fishing, and Monica got like I think it was about 3.5, 4 pound cutthroat out of here. I caught one a little bit smaller over here the day before, but this lake has some big cutthroat trout. So if you ever get a chance, it's a once in a lifetime place to go. It's a beautiful area. Aler Lake. Look how beautiful that is. It's a beautiful location. And if you want, we're tossing lures, but there's plenty of people tossing flies in there. It's worth it. And then coming right up here, we camped right here and we hiked up into the Titcomb Basin, and you get into the Titcomb Lakes. We fished right in here. I think it's right at the outlet of Titcomb. And we come right in here. We did not fish this lake. We found out afterwards. It's called a Mistake Lake. And these are full of golden trout. But this one has some big golden trout. But didn't see it because, as you can see how high up these walls are, we're down around here. Didn't even know about this lake until we were hiking out. Yeah. Let's see. I might have it here. Let's go back to my photos. See if I got one from that trip. I don't know if I do. Does not look like I do here. Nope. Hey, if you get a chance, Doc, check it out. I've got a video on it. It is the Wind River Range, and towards like middle end of the video, when we're fishing for those trout, they're big, and we were catching them on Sierra Slammers, the mini swim baits. Those are a lot of fun to use. Now, let's see, I can probably just pull it up here. Wait, Sierra Slammer. We're using the 2-inch mini swims. Looks like. Let's see if we can pull these up and you can see what they look like here. But I've always liked the cricket or the grasshopper color. Those are my favorites. And if you do come out, I get them from Mike. He sent me some. I'll give you some to try. Now, actually, shoot me a message. I'll mail you some out. I've got some extra. I'll send you some. Shoot me a message at jasonhuckoutdoors.com. I'll just mail you some so you can try them. They're a lot of fun to use. Use them like a jig. Get a little ball head on there. See if they show it how it's rigged here. They don't. Maybe in this box here. They come with, yeah. It's not gonna let me come in, but right in here, these little ball heads. You hook it up and you just jig it with that. Just get me going on fishing. Man, I could talk all night. Love it. That was my first passion growing up as a kid, was fishing. Fished at Ukiah Regional Park. I remember the first time I caught a trout there was with my dad. Took me over there. We were fishing in the middle of the lake. Sat up by a tree and just threw out some power bait. Didn't really know what I was doing. Next thing you know, pole's bending over and caught myself a nice trout. Was hooked. Yeah. Miss my dad. We did a lot of family trips together to do some fishing. My mom, my dad, and I would go up to like the Santa River. We'd fish there. There's one time we were fishing in the snow, and my dad was too cold. He went back to the car, turned on the heater. My mom and I were out there fishing in the snow and just catching fish after fish. We did a trip up to, gosh, what was it? Yellowstone. I was 13. That was like my 13th birthday trip that year. We're up to Yellowstone, and see if I can pull it up on the map. This is a fun story. Let me go back here. You guys get a kick out of this, but you go to Yellowstone and the fishing bridge. If you've ever been to Yellowstone, you've probably heard of this. It's called the fishing bridge. There's a big lodge over here, and my parents came over here to eat. I didn't want to eat, so I wanted to fish. Man, it looks nothing like it used to, but you can't fish from the bridge back in the day. You had to fish like a mile upriver. So I went down, I fished, I got dropped off right here, and I went like a mile upriver, and I'm fishing. And I didn't think anything of it, you know. I'm 13, dumb as a rock, just fishing, not thinking about coyotes, not thinking about like any of the other things out there, like coyotes, wolves, grizzly bears, anything like that, a big predator that could go after me. So when he came back and I was not in this area over here next to the fishing bridge, he got really worried. So he's up there coming up along the way, and I can just hear him shouting my name about 2 hours after I started fishing. He thought something happened. So I got a good talking to that day. Yeah, we caught a couple cutthroat in here. Back then, I was probably tossing like a cast master, something like that. Yes, to our dads. And Yellowstone's such a cool spot. I've never been. So many good places to fish up there and places to see. I need to get back up there. I'd love to do a trip up there. I don't know about that grizzly country right now. There's an area. I'm going to have to switch it to a different layer here. So in this area of Yellowstone, it's called the Thoroughfare or something like that, around this area. And I've seen some cool places to backpack over in this area. I think that's it. That's the Lamar River. So Lamar River is not where I was thinking. I don't think that. Lamar River is heavily trafficked by wolves. I know that. It might be over in here somewhere. It's called the Thoroughfare, and there are some amazing backpacking routes over there. And I do remember a story from Joey Coconato when he was up there, and he had a grizzly bear come into his camp, and he tried to get away from the bear and went into the outhouse and had to put his feet on the door so the grizzly bear couldn't come into the outhouse going after him. Pretty crazy. But yeah, Yellowstone's amazing. I'd love to get back up there. I know Micah and David would love to go up there. There's some good backpacking up there. And then right in this area, is this the Beartooth Wilderness somewhere in here? I know there's some. Where are we at? Where's Cook City? Okay, Cook City. North of Cook City, there's a few areas in here that have golden trout. Really hard to get to, though. It's really hard country. It is. As you can see if I can do 3D view. Lots of lakes up here, but it's very steep. By Castle Mountain. There's some golden trout all in these lakes up there. Big golden trout. But it's also full of grizzlies. So yeah, not into the backpacking with the grizzlies per se. I'm okay with the black bears, but grizzly bears not so much. Yeah, we've that's what we got down here, Southern California. Black bears really don't bother us. Out of all the years we've been backpacking together, my friends and I, we've only seen a handful, maybe 2 bears. I can only remember one in the wilderness. It was on Aler Lakes Loop, and that was across a creek. High Sierra Trail, we didn't see any. Didn't see any up in, where was that? Wind River Range, we didn't see any. We get pretty lucky with the bears. See a lot of deer, but no bears. Let's see. See what we got. How are we doing here on time? Yeah. Still got 8 viewers on here, huh? Nice. We got 7 or 7:30. Pour a little more of the wild turkey here. There's another wild turkey out at Costco right now too. Their 70th, which I think is, if you got Costco near you, it's like $35. And I've heard it's a good one. Yeah, the Old Forester that you have earlier, Doc, was also a good one. I think it's Old Forester. It's a purple top. That's what I've been trying to find. I can't find it anywhere. That or the birthday one, but the birthday one is really hard to find. So the Old Forester 1924. I've been trying to find that at a good price, but here in Southern California, a good price for that's probably going like over $100, and I'm not paying that much for Old Forester. The birthday one I've heard is really good, but that's another hard one to find. And that one goes usually between like $200 to $500. Oh, let's see, Arturo. Aler Lakes, yes. There's some really good fishing up by there by Aler Lakes too. If I'm remembering right, that one has that's where I have Jinx Lake, if I remember right. No, I'm thinking, yeah, you have Jinx Lake area. I was thinking of Jim, but yeah, it's just north of Jim. That's where that creek flows out into Silver Lake. And there's some good fishing up in that area. That's right, that's Aler Creek that flows into Silver Lake. If you ever get a chance up that way, you've probably done it, but if you haven't, Parker Lake, that's a fun backpacking trip. Beautiful area. We went up there for my 40th birthday? Yeah. 5 years ago. As we were going along the backside, there was a big hornet's nest up there. One of the biggest ones I've ever seen in the backcountry. David got so close to that thing. I'm surprised David didn't get stung. Parker Lake's great. There's another lake. What's the other one right over there? It's actually Walker Lake. There's cabins up along there. Oh man. How are you doing, buddy? Are there wolves at Jinx Lake? No. There's some big bears though. My buddy John. So there's a funny story at Jinx Lake. During high school, my mom and dad would always take us up there. And then during the spring break, when my mom was working, my dad was off because he was retired. He'd take me and a buddy up there to fish, and we were fishing Jinx Lake. We had the float tubes, but we didn't use waders. It was summertime, so we were staying nice and cool in our shorts. And my dad, we're getting done. John goes behind like the sign to change, and my dad just yells out bear. And John's a big dude. He's like 6'4", 6'5". He's probably at that point over 300 pounds, just a big guy. And he got so scared. My dad shouted bear. He runs from behind the sign, runs back to the van we had. He's trying to pull up his drawers, and he's dragging all his clothes and stuff behind him. And my dad and I were just laughing because my dad, just being the jokester he was just got him going. Yeah. Oh. Rocks locked, huh? Yeah. Yeah, we do miss our dads. We look back on the good memories, though. That's for sure. My dad's gave me a bunch of good memories and good life values I can look back on and thank him for. Once again, for our dads. Here's a good question. Any plans for the new year? So, let's see. We got our subscriber meetup in January. Possible here. We were talking about Mike and I trying to get some people together, maybe our Arizona friends and a few others. We weren't doing the Christmas camp out this year, but maybe going over to Arizona to Oh, what's the name of the lake? I'm spazzing, but they're, oh, I know the name of it once I see it. Oh, it's out of Fort Kingman and Blythe, off the 10. Alamo Lake. Alamo Lake we'll probably go to camp out. It's a good bass fishing lake, crappie, bluegill, lots of sunfish there. There's deer there. You can pre-camp or use their camp, BLM. It's a beautiful area out in the desert. So that'd be a fun area. Other things yet, it all depends what we get permits for next year. This year we struck out on almost every permit we tried for. We tried for Glacier National Park. We tried for the Timberland Trail. We tried for the North Cascades. We tried for the North Coast Trail in Canada, and we just missed out on every single one. Or it fell into our lap that at the very last minute, permits came up for the last park, which is Olympic National Park. I got lucky and got our permits for the North Coast Trail of Olympic National Park, and that was amazing. There's so much more to see and do in an Olympic National Park that I'd love to go back to. So much to see and do here in California still that we just barely like explored. There's parts of the Eastern Sierra I'd love to do. There's a big loop. I'll probably share it with you guys if I go into Onyx. If you aren't using Onyx Maps, it's an amazing app. Let me see here. Let me share. Let's see here. Let me bring up Onyx Backcountry. The scene, spotlight, transition. So I gotta back out way out. I was looking at stuff in Joshua Tree recently. That time of year to start getting some Joshua Tree stuff in. But up here, out of Cottonwood Lakes, there's this loop right here I want to do. Maybe next year will be the time to do it. It's a 3-night, 4-day trip. Goes along, you get to fish a bunch of creeks, 4 golden trout. It's out of Cottonwood, no permits are needed, and it's all on maintained trails. Other than that, go back to my maps. Just going up here into the Eastern Sierra, there's a lot to do up there. I'd love to explore out here at Bridgeport, go back in this area and fish. Go out, maybe another trip out of Yosemite would be fun. There's so many places still to backpack. Parts of Utah, I'd love to go back to Boulder Mountain. I know Devin wants to get me back there. Devin keeps saying, when are you going to come back to Utah? It's been 5 years since I was there. It was class with him when we did that big movie stick trip. Yeah, lots of places to go. I think it all depends where we get permits for. We'll start trying for permits soon if everything becomes available. It was a lot of fun though going to Olympic National Park. That's the first time I flew for a backpacking trip with Monica, Dave, and I all flew together for a big trip like that. We had a blast, you know. We spent a week up there in Washington just about. I got to catch a Mariners game, which was great. Finally got to catch a Mariners game, which that's a bucket list thing for me. Mariners won. That was always good. That's always good when your team wins, when you get to see them at the home stadium. But right outside of there, you know, we'd still fly to Seattle to go up to like the Cascades. That'd be a beautiful area. I need to get my butt in shape for that one because it's steep. What about you, Crocs Load? Any plans for the new year? Any trips you got going on? Now, Doc being on the East Coast, and you know, I've always wanted to go to Arcadia, but there's some good fishing up in Canada, Doc's way. I say up his way, but it's way up there. Newfoundland, Nova Scotia. There's so much good brook trout fishing up there. And lots of good backpacking as well. Some thick forests, that's for sure. Love to go up there one day. Do one of those canoe trips people do. That'd be fun. Yeah, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia. That would be a bucket list thing for me. And of course, there's Arcadia National Park. That is on the list. One day I'll have to get up there for that. I know it's a smaller national park, but it's beautiful. What do you think, Doc? Is Arcadia? I keep saying Arcadia. It's Acadia National Park. Is it worth it? Worth going to? It's one of those things. I've always seen pictures of it, and I've wanted to go. Once again, yeah, we're right there at 9 people still. This has been fun tonight, averaging around 9 to 10 people at a time. Oh, there's some other comments I'm missing here. Hold on. There's one here. We asked about Pharaoh. Don't talk to him anymore. People come and go with him. So he's got his own thing. He likes to use his stuff. It's just not for me, that area. Oh, and Doc said the White Mountains. That's another one I've always wanted to check out. Heard that's beautiful over there. The White Mountains of New Hampshire. Did I say it right? New Hampshire? In Vermont. What's that lake over in Vermont? Champlain? I had to look it up. I had to Google it. Haven't been there before. Wanted to go there as well, but heard that gets a little crowded. Let's see if there's any comments I missed going back here. Oh, I missed Doc's comment about the higher priced whiskeys. Yeah, I'm having fun now that I've gotten into some of these bourbons and allocated stuff and trying to find them. But yeah, I'd prefer Buffalo Trace is a great one, just a great sipper. There's another one, Elijah Craig Coasted Barrel. I try to pair it up when I find stuff like that with the coupons I get from Total Wine. So I can get like 10% off, or sometimes if I get like a $5 off or $10 off coupon in the mail. Oh, what's Croxload have to say? New Year, Japan, and visit the kids on the East Coast. Both are the military. Well, thank you for your kids. Tell them thank you for their service. We do appreciate it. Yeah, and I agree with Monica. I loved Washington. It's a state that there's so much to see and do there. It's just so beautiful. Just flying in and seeing all the volcanoes that were there. That was really cool. Mount Adams, Mount Rainier. I'd love to go backpacking at Mount Rainier and do the loop around that. Go back to Mount St. Helens. I've been there once as a kid. I'd love to go back to there and just explore more of Olympic National Park. We only saw a little bit of it. There's so much more to see and do. Let's see. I don't know what early times is. Never had it. Buffalo Trace I've been finding local store has it right around $25. It's right around like the Maker's Mark price usually. Mobile Tech is back. He's missing all the fishing talk we were doing there. I think he was pulling out the fireball earlier. That's one I could never do. I have friends that love that stuff playing softball, but I was never could do the fireball. That cinnamon whiskey. No. Yeah, there's fishing all around. I love to do backpacking trips that involve fishing. If I can get out and bring the Tenkara rod or spinning rod, anything like that, that makes me happy. So a lot of our trips we try to make sure we can do some fishing. Unless we're in the desert, Joshua Tree can't do it. Parts of Utah that we've gone to in the desert can't do it. Yeah, we try to plan these ones. Try to plan some fishing. Probably could have done some in Olympic National Park if we thought about it. Maybe a couple of those creeks that we passed, like Azette River, Azette Lake that we came out of. Probably could have fished there. but we try to keep it a little bit lighter, our packs, because they were going to be long days, some hard miles, so we didn't bring the fishing rods on that one. Yeah, well, Tech, yeah, we'll. I know we've been talking about it for a couple years now, so next year we need to make it happen. Yeah. If anything, on my way up, we don't make it there, cruise by or something, we'll need to get a beer and a burger together somewhere up that way, for sure. Okay, and Doc is talking about a different one instead of Acadia, the Cutler Coast. Never heard of Cutler Coast. Now I've got to, well, they mentioned it. I'm going to look up this Cutler Coast. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. That's right on the border of Canada, huh? That is further east. Yeah, that Cutler Coast looks beautiful. I'm seeing some photos of it. Yeah. Definitely have to check that out if I make it up into Maine. It'll be worth it. So, get a few more minutes here. If anybody's got any other questions, feel free to ask away. If not, probably shut this down about 10 minutes or so. Like I said, let's go. Yeah. Let's see here. Let me, just so I can show you guys here. She's already packed, she says. Even better. Doc says campsites are free. Let's pull this up quick. Cutler Coast. You gotta spotlight this. And Cutler Coast over here. Let's see. Cutler Coast up here. Look at this. This is beautiful. That's the coastlines of Maine that I think of right there. Looks like maybe some aspen trees in there with some pine trees. That's beautiful. That palm. Yeah, some big waves crashing. Almost reminds me of some of the Olympic coast that we were up in Washington. Yeah, that is beautiful, Doc. Any other one? I gotta come back and double check, make sure I'm not missing any comments. I'm bad about doing that. Let's see. I feel like I missed something up above. I'm just looking through them here. So earlier, my buddy Tommy was asking about the wolves, joking around, but Tom's a really good guy. I met him through the old message boards. If anybody remembers the message boards that used to be on the internet in the early 2000s, they had old fishing message boards. Like I used to run a website called SoCalFishing.net, which is Southern California Fishing Network. There's another one, Hookup Sport Fishing, that my buddy Sean ran. There's another one, Fishing Hot Page. I met Tom through there, and he'd invited me up one time for the Eastern Sierra Trout Opener. Did a few of them, and his nephew. A lot of fun. One time we were fishing South Fork of Bishop Creek, and he got the spot, told me where to go, and I didn't realize when I parked, I was blocking all the parking. So we actually had this hole for the river to ourselves when the sun hit. And there's people honking their horn going by in the morning, and I didn't realize I was blocking the road, so nobody else could park in the spot. So we had a pretty good hole fishing there, and that was by accident. So here's one here. So have you done any fishing in Idaho? Not yet. But there are places I want to go in Idaho. My buddy Andrew tried to get me to go with him when he picked up his Forerunner up there, and I just could not get away. But in Idaho, there's a couple spots I want to fish. Anything around like the Stanley area. There's further up north, like the Nez Perce Clearwater National Forest, the Bitterroots, and then what's the name of that river west of Boise? the Hawaii River. I want to fish that. There's a lot of good brown trout fishing there in the Hawaii, and would love to go fish that. And I guess it's considered Idaho. No, that's in Wyoming. Never mind. I'm thinking Flaming Gorge. That's more Wyoming. That's Wyoming and Utah. And I do have family up north in Coeur d'Alene, but I've never gone up there to visit them. I know there's some good fishing up there. Coeur d'Alene and what's that other Lake Pandora? Oreo? I know that's got some big lake trout in it. Just from as a kid, I would love to fish that. Oh, look who it is! You must be talking about him. His ears must have been burning there. Devin, you're late. Yeah, we still gotta make that Utah trip happen. I know you've been trying to get me out there after our bivy stick trip. We need to get out there. Lots of places. I know you've been talking, trying to get me to like do Boulder Mountain or Escalante again, something like that. But yeah, we need to make that happen. Crocs loaded. What was my favorite trip? Lost Coast trip was it for me? I had some awesome trips. Many awesome trips. Lost Coast is up there. That was like my first big trip. That was a lot of fun. High Sierra Trail. I love the High Sierra Trail. That was a tough one because I didn't know I was dealing with blood clots, and yeah, had blood clots on that. Finished, survived. Ray Lakes was a lot of fun. Wind River is up there. That's another trip that's up there on my list. Last year we did the Ruby Mountains. Ruby Mountains are beautiful. Never would have thought that the Ruby Mountains would have or middle of Nevada would have such a beautiful area of the Ruby Mountains. That was a crazy one. Yeah, there's so many good trips, but I had to pick my top three. Lost Coast is always up there, number one, and got to do that with our friend Eric, who's no longer with us. He always brought the laughs. He's such a fun guy. So Lost Coast, Ray Lakes, then probably Wind River Range are my top three. Let's see here. Evan's talking. Oh yeah, Bears Ear. There's so much to do in the Bears Ear that I want to go to. I know you were just there and saw some of the Indian ruins and everything I've always wanted to see. Such a beautiful area. So many cool spots to go and fish and hike. I need to find another job so I can actually go out and backpack more. Yeah. Or win the lotto. Because you gotta play the lotto to win the lotto. Even where's it? Right there. Can't even do it. Right there. Ansel Adams Wilderness. It's a beautiful wilderness. Love that area. Ansel Adams Wilderness and John Muir Wilderness, all that area there. Beautiful areas of the Eastern Sierra. I know Devin's been trying to get me to go to Utah, but we need to get Devin. I need to get Devin up in the Eastern Sierra. I know he wanted to do Kings Canyon at one point, but yeah, there's so much to do in the Eastern Sierra. You'd love it. Get you up maybe to Ray Lakes or Kearsarge Pass, Conwood Lakes area. Need to get you up there sometime. Oh, there you go. And if you are not subscribed to Backcountry Exposure, subscribe to him and check out this video that drops tomorrow morning. I'm looking forward to it because it's over there in Bears Ear. And it's got a lot of Indian ruins that he posted up some videos of recently, I believe. Not videos, pictures on his Instagram. I can't wait to see it. Such a cool area. Yeah, one area that we did a trip 2 years ago, 2 or 3 when we went through southern Colorado and got to do the national parks over there, did Durango, and got to check out, what's the name of that place now? Oh, it was the National Monument there in New Mexico. I think it was a National Monument. It's on the Indian Res. Not sure where's it at? I'm trying to find it on the map. But there's a bunch of Indian places there, Indian artifacts, Indian dwellings. On the tip of my tongue, and when I say it, it's where's it at? There it is. Chaco Culture National Historic Park. Chaco Culture. If you've never been there, that is well worth it. I can't believe I can't remember the name of that. Chaco Culture. But that one blew me away with just everything there is still in such good shape. Oh, here's a good question. Devin's asking. Question is, do I do the Sierra first or Trinity Alps? The Sierra, definitely. The Sierra is just, there's so many different places you could go in the Sierra, and it's just unbelievable. The fishing's good up there, so you can bring the Tenkara. The night skies are just beautiful. The stars just pop. And just, I love it there. That's my second home. Hey, got another local guy here. We'll just keep going for a little while. This is fun. Max, SoCal Angler. Yeah, he's a local guy here. I think he was just up at Hammett Lake recently. Good trout fisherman here. Does some cool stuff up here. Good to have you on. Look at Doc trying to get Devin out to my meetup. I love it. I know Devin doesn't drink, but you know, if you do show up, Devin, Mike is probably going to cook something good. I know anybody that's seen the videos know that Micah does some amazing cooking. Don't know what she'll cook, but yeah, if you get a chance, if you get lucky enough, maybe she'll cook something. But yeah, for the meetup, I think I did mention, and I'll put out another video shortly. I've got the campsites already. I've already paid for them. I'm going to bring some whiskey for people to taste. If you want to bring some whiskey, whatever, bring the whiskey out to taste with everybody, share. That's all cool. But instead of taking money for campsites, I'm just asking that people donate to one of the local animal shelters, Mary S. Roberts. That's where I got my dog Sierra from. And they can always use donations if it's not money, maybe some towels or blankets, stuff like that you're not using anymore. Maybe you want to upgrade your blankets at home or your towels at home. Bring your old ones over. We'll donate those to the shelter. The shelter can always use those if you can't donate any money. It's just a great foundation to donate to. Here. Those comments were coming fast for a minute. No, I think we're good there. Chaco Canyon was amazing, and then I could just brought that up, and then the other one we went to over there, Mesa Verde. Mesa Verde I've wanted to go to for years. That was another amazing park. Got to do one of the tours. I think it was called the Grand House, the Big House. That was really cool. I would love to go back to both those parks and just see more of it. And then just to we didn't go this time, but there's another national monument. I'm trying to pull it up. Hovenweep National Monument. That's over by the Cortez area, Mesa Verde area. If you ever get a chance, it's on the Utah side. The Hovenweep is a cool little national monument. Check it out. Actually, it looks like it might be on the Colorado side. No, it's both. It's showing both Colorado and Utah. So, nope, no shame in not drinking. There's stuff for everything. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun time at the meetup. There's going to be a lot of good food, a lot of good fun, friends. We'll have a good campfire. I miss that, having a campfire and just hanging out with friends for the night. Gosh, it's always nice. And we'll have 2 nights of a campfire. That's even better. 2 nights to hang around the campfire, tell stories, get some good laughs. That's one of the things I would love to do around a campfire. Just get stories being told, you get some good laughs. You go to bed, you're feeling good. Devin, he's been there. Woven Leap is incredible, he says. That part of that corner of Utah's got so much over there. Like there's a road we came in on when we were doing our trip 2 years ago, and we are just trying to find a place to camp for the night. And we drove through, and we went down this road, and the road was Valley of the Gods. And we woke up, it's like every which way you looked, was just like, wow, wow, just amazing scenery over there. Valley of the Gods. That was cool. With that, we'll give this 5 more minutes. We're gonna shut this down at 7:30 because I can hear Sierra scratch on my door. So I think she needs some time now. Well, she wants to go out and probably play with her little frisbee or football and get her just to wind down for the night. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I like these Q&As and just hanging out and talking and have a good time. We're up to 11 viewers now. There we go. 11 viewers on right now. Yeah. But maybe this summer we're gonna do this winter meetup. Maybe in the summer we could get something going up in the Sierra as another meetup. That'd be a lot of fun. If not a group site, there's a lot of BLM camping up there, just outside of Mammoth, that make great campsites to hang out at. And there's some yellow post sites up there. You can have campfires there. Beautiful area. Just hang out. It'd be a lot of fun. If you want to fish, you can break off from camp. There's Jinx Lake area, Mammoth Lakes. You can go down to Convict, go up north to like the Bridgeport, Twin Lakes area. But I think Mammoth would probably be the best area for that as far as camping out. That'd be a lot of fun. I know my buddy Donnie, he's been wanting to do another Eastern Sierra trip, so maybe he could come get him out for that one. Except I think he wants to go for golden trout, and that'd be hard in that area. Do anything for a day. With that, nobody's got any other questions for tonight. Give you a few more minutes here. We'll shut it down. Appreciate everybody jumping on tonight, asking questions, just hanging out. It's a lot of fun. Got some videos coming out soon. I've got a holiday gear gift video coming out. It's actually sponsored by Featherstone. That's coming out Black Friday. I've got just stuff right here. I got a review. It'll be more like first look, stuff like that. Some of the new Nightcore stuff that Nightcore sent me. It's a MB 10,000 Gen 3 power bank. And then they also sent me a new headlamp that I haven't even opened yet. It's an NU27. And we're doing a first look on both of those. I'll wait for that. And then, yeah, hopefully we could do some more trout fishing coming up soon. I do got a trip coming up. Is it 3 weeks? 2 weeks? The week after Thanksgiving. That's going up north. That's going to be a lot of fun. Get to do some whale watching. Can't wait for that. Up there in that Santa Cruz area. That's going to be fun. And get to do some hiking and exploring there. That'll be a lot of fun. Never gone actually whale watching, so I'm looking forward to that. So, yes, Doc. Tinkara. Let's see. Got 2 sitting right next to me here. My Sierra rod. Got my Tiny 10 over here. And then I've never used this one yet. It got sent to me by Dragontail. Just did not have a chance to use it. I'm not even sure which one it is that they sent out. Just haven't got a chance to use it yet. But yeah, 3 different ones I have here. But I love my Sierra rod. That thing is great. The Tiny Tenkara weighs, I think that's my lightest one. And that's perfect for like the really small creeks. They aren't like bigger than like 6 feet wide, maybe 5 feet wide. That's perfect. I love the Sierra rod for bigger lakes and bigger rivers. Yeah, I love tenkara fishing. It's a lot of fun, and got turned on to that. We were doing Domeland Wilderness. She's got the one from Tenkara USA, and didn't think anything of it, but man, got into that thing. I said, oh, it's just a fly on the end of a stick. And as you get going, think, wow, this is really fun. It gets addicting because you're just getting that in. You don't scare the trout at all, and fish after another on those small creeks. So, yeah, tenkara fishing is a lot of fun. If you've never done it, well worth it. It's a great investment, and for those smaller creeks, it's the easiest way to fish. Oh, that I see it's 7:30. I got a dog that wanted to go out. So, thanks everybody for joining tonight. Do appreciate it. Look forward to some videos coming out soon. Like I said, Black Friday gear video coming out. We've got a video coming out that'll explain more about the meetup here. I'll probably do that like the first week of December, talking about that subscriber meetup in January, and then some other videos just throughout the month. So thank you, everybody. Have a great Thanksgiving. Hope you're all doing healthy. You're doing well. Have a great Christmas. Happy New Year's. Till the next one. Thanks for having me. Cheers.